And a very warm welcome to all of you. Mike Cavalli here, and with me, of course, my dear Jean. Well, today I'm back in Facebook jail yet again. I just got out of Facebook jail last Wednesday, and I find myself back in it again for the heinous crime of posting this show across the many groups that I'm a member of. Apparently, I'm spamming, so I don't know how many people are going to be joining us tonight. But there you are, Facebook jail. I'm in again. It's getting a bit of a habit. I hope I'm out before Christmas for good behaviour. But we'll wait and see. I see what happens here. For me, the sooner I can actually leave these channels and start doing this stuff on Zoom, I think the better we're all going to be, because they're really making it difficult to do anything of any substance on these social media networks now. But anyway, there you are. Not complaining, just letting you know I'm in jail. So we'll see what happens. As always, let's start off this show. And let me give a heads up to Colin Walker. There's his book. He's over in the Czech Republic, actually, Yorkshire guy, and he's one of our mediums at our Evenings of Clairvoyance that we do in Vienna. It's a fabulous book. Excuse me. You can track him down, ethericweb.com. Also, of course, we got here, let's see, my dear friend Linda in Oz. Here's her book, about her near-death experience that she had. And so, her Facebook page, she's been in jail so many times now, it's embarrassing. But her Facebook is Dr. Linda Kramer Paranormal. Lots of interesting stuff there that we can pick up there. Let me out indeed. I think it's becoming a bit of a habit now. I'm getting used to it. So anyway, hi Mike, thank you from Ange from Vienna. Actually, Ange, I've got your name written down here because I think there was someone in spirit that wanted to connect with you with the name Angie, but it could be for you. While we're on the subject, I also got two other names from people in spirit while I was doing the meditation, and one of them was Valentine and the other was Dominic or Nick. So these are the names that are coming through. Didn't actually get much more in meditation. Quite often when I'm doing meditation, these names and faces just pop in. I did get a face. It was a man he had a rather greyish type of face and quite a rough face. So this man, I think, worked outside, looking at the way his face was weathered is the nicest way I can put it. And it was full. It was quite sad, and he was in his 70s. I'll give you more about that in a minute. Just if you want me to connect with someone, just text in. While we're building up the energy, I just want to go over something for you. I received a message the other day, and it says this, from Jesus to Joan of Arc, people throughout history who thought they were hearing God speak were actually hearing their guide speak. Well, okay, you can say that, of course. Hang on a second. I know a Nikki who passed a couple of years back. Okay, Ange, I'll come to you in a minute. I just want to get through this. So far, so good. The truth has always been given to us, but each person can only perceive a higher truth to the limit of their current awareness. That's true. Jeanne certainly knew her current awareness. That is evident for everyone to see. Now, this is where it goes a little bit pear-shaped, as it were, because now we get into hearsay. And it says, from the Pleiadians, we know that Joan of Arc was the sole incarnation of Amy, Lacker's mate on Targeta, and Ea was incarnated as Joan's childhood friend Anne. Now, from the Pleiadians, we know. Well, how do we know? Who channeled this message? How reliable are they? They could be very reliable, and I think that would be great if it was. But what I'm saying to you, we have to think really about who is giving these messages. Are they reliable sources? It also says Judith was given a vision of her life as Anne, which included death by fire like Joan. Many have suffered, died in horrible ways, but we choose to return. This is our final lifetime before everything changes. Well, I mean, that's a big statement, isn't it? A whopping big statement. This is our final lifetime before everything changes. Everything is changing right now. Now, here's the problem. I happen to know quite a bit, if I don't mind saying so myself, about Joan of Arc and her family and everything about her. And there was no account of her friend Anne or Annie, except for the fact during the trial of nullification where the people of Domremy, where she lived, they were called depositions. They were asked to give testimony about her character and the family's character and so on. There was a girl who was Jean's childhood friend called Horvette. That was her childhood friend. So I had no account of anyone Anne, but when I looked deeper, she was also known as Anne Horvette. But the Anne bit is not so popular. It was Horvette. It also says that she died being burnt, the same as Jeanne, and there is absolutely no account of this whatsoever. So there's just a couple of major points there that don't add up. And so if I could find out who actually sent this, who actually wrote this, from what page it come from, I'd need to go in and look at it further. And the reason I say this is because whenever you get a channeled message, and I channel messages from Jean, but the messages I channel are practical messages and helpful messages, and they can be validated in most cases, like where she talks about the truth about karma, or she speaks about are we living in a simulation or not, and all of these things, they can be validated. There's one or two things that maybe need more time, and some of the prophecies that she gave didn't happen exactly in the timeline. For example, the conflict in Central Europe, she said would end in about 2 years, and that was about a year or so ago, or a little bit more than a year or so ago, and it would have ended had Boris Johnson signed the accord, which he walked out of. So there you go. You can't win them all, so to speak. So let's get on with these readings now and see what happens here. We were friends since childhood. He passed of sepsis after a viral infection right after Easter. His wife and son were devastated. Our kids were at primary school together. I dream of him often. Okay, well, the dreaming is not necessarily a dream. I doubt if it's a dream, especially if you have a beginning, a middle and an end. If you have no matter how bizarre it is, if there's a flow to it, it's certainly not a dream. It's in the astral. It's a dream if it jumps all over the place. Okay, so let's have a look, see if we can connect with Nicky. I mean, this guy actually, he comes across and seems like quite an intelligent person. He comes. I'm not sure if you said something about we were friends. I think he had 2 children. So I think he left behind some people, and I think he was surprised about all of this because he comes across as a character that didn't really think that anything like this could happen to him, and it took him by surprise. Okay. I also get the month of November around him. Might not be his passing, but there's something about November with this person as well. Let me see what else he wants to bring forward, because there are some other issues that were going on in and around this person, which I think, thank you, he didn't disclose. he didn't disclose a lot of what was going on to his family. Because he was actually quite a responsible person in that respect, and he didn't want them to worry. I keep getting the name Judith all the time coming in, Judy or Judith. Just take the name, because I think it's associated with him rather than with you, but he keeps saying Judith, Judith, Judith. I don't think it's June, June, June. I'm definitely hearing Judith, Judith, Judith. So just take that name, and maybe before the show ends, you might remember who this is. So let's say hello to Tanita. Hi there, Tanita. So let's see now. What else does he want to say here? Because he comes through, and he's a very he's not this kind of spirit that says, well, I'm here now, so I'm going to get my money's worth out of it. He's here, he's patient, he's diligent, he's waiting for me to connect even more, and he actually wants me to ask him so let's put it this way: would you like to ask him a question, and let me see if I can answer. He gives me also the number 28, so it could be the 2nd of the 8th or 28. So that could be a door number as well, but he gives me 28. So yeah, I'll just wait for you to give me a question if you've got something for him. In the meantime, I'll continue down this path of seeing what he wants to say. Okay, he wants to bring a memory link in here, because I think that's mainly what you got here, a lot of memory links. And thank you, I got it now. So he shows me to a party kind of atmosphere here. So there was a gathering of families. So I think your families also knew each other, and there was some kind of gathering where lots of different family members who knew each other were together. Now, the photo I'm shown in my mind is a black and white one, so I think this might be your parents. We're going over a generation now, so just bear that in mind also. So let's have a look. Would he want me to get in touch with his wife to see if she needs my help? And I'd have to be honest and say no, he doesn't feel the need from his point of view to do that, but if you want to do it because you feel it's the right thing to do, then by all means do it. But he doesn't feel there's a need. It seems to me that she is okay. She's dealing with it. She hasn't totally moved on, as it were, but she's working through it. Now I know this is going to be a difficult period in her life as we approach this time of year, but I think actually it's, if you wanted to approach her, what he's saying, it's really for you to actually come, for you to feel as though you're doing something to help, but he doesn't feel the need to for you to go around and do that, although he does respect that and appreciate that. He's a slightly different person now from when he was on the earth plane. He's much more calmer, much more philosophical, and understands how life works a lot more now. Listen, he wants to bring in a bicycle, and I've got to give it every time. He wants to bring in a bicycle, so there's something about a bicycle around him or around you. But it is quite important, this bicycle. No one was injured on it, I don't think, or anything like that. So there was an event around a bicycle going back many years, which he wants to bring forward. It could have been that somebody might have bruised their leg or done something like this, but he does want to bring it in, and I think there's a reason he wants to bring it in. And when you find out what it is, that why he's bringing it in, we might be able to take it just a little bit further. He is making me work a little bit hard for this, that's very clear, and so I feel also when he was on the earth plane, he wasn't somebody that gave away information too easily. And I think also that's why at the beginning when I said this, that he had many issues that he didn't want to tell his family about and make them worry. So he was a bit of a mystery in that kind of way. Okay, we'll just leave that there, Angie. So if you've got anything that you want to add to that, can't come back. And I think he's still here. He's not going anywhere. So, okay, yes, definitely. So I'd appreciate a message from my guides. Okay, and also, your ex was a professional biker. Okay, thank you. So there's some kind of reason why he brings that in. Okay, we got here. Me too, please. We've got time. Yes, we got the time. Of course, we got the time. So let's start. Oops. A question about Jeanne. Did she ever say that God was speaking to her, or only those she mentioned specifically? Let's put it up there. Let's have a look. Or those she mentioned specifically. Speaking of God in absolute realm, is he indifferent? So I'll answer this first before I go to those message. She did speak through the angels, Michael, Catherine and Margaret, and they often spoke to her on behalf of God. But she also said, and this is testimony that she said, that God spoke to her direct. And when they asked her in the court, how do they speak to you? How does he speak to you? She said, with my imagination. How else? Now you've got to understand the word imagination back in the day meant something completely different. It meant with image born from within. And so we know that Jeanne came to the earth plane knowing exactly what she needed to do over this short period of time. As the information built up and built up, she knew exactly what she needed to do. So God did speak to her directly from within. And we can do this also. But for the most part, it was Margaret, Catherine and Michael that spoke through her. Now, for example, they often in the court try to trick her, saying, did the saints wear clothes? And she'd have these really fast answers. Well, do you think God is so poor he cannot afford to clothe them? Which got them really quite wild, actually. Just one, I did a documentary on Jeanne. It's called I Am Jeanne. And it's the real story of who Jeanne d'Arc was. And over Christmas, we're re-editing it and putting some different material on, and it'll be ready for re-release in January, I think, mid-January. So yes, Jeanne spoke directly through God. And you know, we can speak directly to God. The problem is we don't listen and we don't believe. It's that simple. Okay, so let's go back to a message from my guides from Tanita. Okay, let's have a look. So I've got a guide here. There's several around here. I've got a couple that were on the earth plane for a while, and I've also got some that never made the earth plane, so they're of a more of a higher evolved is the only way I can put this. So first of all, I think one of the people on the earth plane is either a grandmother or a great grandmother, and this person takes a minor role in guidance, as it were. Looks more at the earthly things for you, but I'm going to just put her aside for 1 minute and go to the light worker, as it were, because at this time now, what I'm told, the change is happening, and I think it's going to happen before the end of the year. So there's some process going on that's been troubling you, and it's been for many years, I'm told. But now you're beginning to find your authentic voice, and this guide is telling me, with your throat, you might find that you're having a scratchy throat, or you might, like me, been coughing a little bit, or there's something going on with the throat, and this is because the throat center is opening and you're beginning to speak your authentic voice. So you must continue to speak your authentic voice. This is how the change is going to take place. I think there's going to be. I just want to say also to you, you know, Jeanne is my gatekeeper and she's my guide. So all messages are going to be positive from her, and I know that drives some people nuts. But unfortunately, or fortunately for me and everyone else, you're only going to get positive messages from Jeanne. So your guide is also going to give messages that are going to be of a positive nature. So be ready for this change. I also see, I'm not sure if you've just come out of some health issues or a mini health crisis, or you're still, but you're coming out of it. And this is the end of it. Thank you. This is the end of it. So now, thank you. The message is, close the book, and you can, or close the chapter, open it and rewrite where you want to go from here. And forget everything of the past. What's happened has happened. You don't have to revisit that anymore. I really want to talk about lots of things with you. It could be social, it could be relationship. It's absolutely everything in and around you that's about to change. One thing I want to say is, if you're in a relationship, it's going to get better. If you're not in a relationship, you're going to find yourself in a relationship. So what I'm saying is, the dark cloud, thank you, that's a way of putting it, the dark cloud that has been hanging over you here and there, that has prevented you from enjoying life to the fullest, is coming to an end. And that's because of your hard work. I just want to bring this elderly lady that comes in, who was on the earth plane. She is somebody that was a very simpatico person, a very loving person, and you probably feel her of a night time. You feel this warmth that comes around you, especially around the face, as I'm getting it around the face now, and this would be an indication that you might begin to feel warmth around the face. A glow, thank you, is the word that's given. She's giving you this glow, and it's love, and it's thank you, helping you to open up your heart center a little bit more, and asking you not to be afraid of love. And that's the message that she gives. So always, and Ange, I've got to come to you because I forgot our little book here. I'm going to give you a message here with this, and that is, it's called When I Loved Myself Enough. I began to see that my eye is pure, that my ego is part of my soul. I'm going to have to use this, I'm afraid. So I began to see that my ego is part of my soul. With this shift in perception, it's lost its stridency and paranoia, and could do its job. I'm going to give you another one because that don't make any sense to me. Let's have a look here. Okay. When I loved myself enough, I let the tomboy in me swing. There you go. I think this is more appropriate to you. Swing off the rope in Jackass Canyon. Yes, I think that's the one for you. So we got there in the end. So thank you for that. So let's have a look. Jen, before I come to you, I'm just going to give Ange When I Loved Myself Enough. Okay, let's stop there. So, when I loved myself enough, my heart became so tender, it could welcome joy and sorrow equally. Yeah, I think that's quite appropriate, isn't it? We can accept them both. Okay. So, Jen, message from your guides. Okay. Okay, it's a funny message, and then I'll get to the point. It's it's a he, this guide. He says, what do you want? And then says, when do you want it? So by this, he means that you have the capability to have what you want when you want it, within reason, when you want it. What he's saying is, okay, it's okay to think big, and actually he's encouraging you to think big and go for what you want. I know there's people around you that perhaps say you can't do that, or you can. Ignore them. They're not bad people. They just those people that have settled for a vibrational level that's comfortable for them. And what happens is, when you step up from that vibration and you fall out of line with theirs, it makes them uncomfortable, and they want to bring you back down to their level. So they try and encourage you not to do things to put your head above the water, so to speak. Well-meaning people. Actually, in this case, it's a testament to you, because they don't want to lose you as a friend. But when you do excel, you're going to change the vibrational match between all of you. And so some people may stay, some you may lose, but this will be organic. The important thing is, what he's saying is that you're not living your life to your full potential right now. There's been a period of time where, yes, you needed time to settle, you needed time just to do things to get through life, but now, excuse me, now it's time to, get off your backside and go for it, and now start to live. Because I know you've got things that you want to do, and I know you've got challenges ahead of you with those things that you want to do. And the trick is not to be fearful of it. As the book says, don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. So you can go forward in whatever you want. And I'm thinking more of business here rather than relationship. I think at some point you're going to excel at your own business, doing your own thing. And I know the question you've been asking yourself is, how am I going to do this? Well, just start with a single step is the best way. And the other way you can do this is self-belief. When you have self-belief, you can achieve anything. So I would say priority here is for you to be financially independent from any organisation and companies. And once you got that, I can see relationships either improving or something beautiful and new coming. And the reason that happens is because you're now stepping into your authentic self. You're not dependent financially on anyone. You be your own boss. And that's the place where I feel he is saying that you is your genuine place. That is your spot, not where you are now. So, I would say this. I mean, Jean would always say, start today, start now. When the show ends, start now. That's what Jean would say. But, get through Christmas. New Year's a new vibration. It's a new beginning. So it's an excellent time to start something new. So I leave you with that. Excuse me. And let's see what we have to say here. Okay, maybe I can read this one without the magnifying glass. When I loved myself enough, I quit ignoring of tolerating my pain. Okay, there you are. Face the reality of the situation and then move on. I think you can do it. So I send you my love. They send you their love. Know that you're not alone, and that's the most important thing. Okay. Do you have any message from Grandmother Jean? I feel like she is protecting me. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look. And then we got this one. Thank you, Tanita. And this one. Yes, I've been experiencing some weird things with my throat, especially when I'm sleeping. This was to do with the throat chakra. It's beginning to open up, and providing you start to speak your authentic self, this tickling, this scratching will start to dissipate as it comes in balance. Start with just small things that you can cope with, and before long, before you know it, you'll be able to speak your truth in a way that you feel comfortable. And remember one thing: if you say something with a good heart, in a loving way, you can't be responsible for how someone takes that message. Now, if you're saying it deliberately to spite and hurt someone, then yes, you have to take responsibility for it. But if you're saying something genuinely from your heart, you genuinely don't want to do something, and you express that in a way, and somebody gets upset with you about it, then that becomes their issue, and not yours. It's your life, and you have to lead it as you see fit. So continue to just nurture that authentic you, and it gets easier and easier. So Grandma Regina, okay. I feel like she's protecting me. So yes, grandparents, actually I found are more protective than parents when they're over the other side. That's not to say parents aren't protective. They are, of course, but there's something about a grandparent's relationship. So with this lady that I've got here, she presented two things to me. First of all, she presented me herself at an age at about 55, 56. And that usually indicates, when they give me another age as well, they want to express that this was probably the happiest time of their life, around about this age at 55. I don't think it's the year 1955, but around about 55 years of age. I'm going to try and describe her as well. But anyway, but I think she made old bones, as she shows me herself quite old now. And she always shows me from the side. I don't know why. She wants to show me from the side. I just want to try and describe her a little bit more. I feel she's showing me these beautiful either blue or hazel eyes is what she's showing me. And they used to sparkle. Even when she was at an older age, there was something about her eyes that were quite beautiful, actually. And she gives a gentle smile. It's a really, really gentle smile. And I feel this lady was a very deep, loving person. Simply just by her presence. So this is an old soul, and you may have been told this before, but this is definitely an old soul and a healer, and you're a healer. Okay, thank you. And this is the message that's coming through. If you're not doing healing work already, I feel that you're going to do this, and I feel your grandmother is going to be someone that's going to assist you on this journey. There's somebody with the initial L around her or around you. She gives me the initial L, and she gives me the month of June also. I'll see what else she wants to say. Let's see. Okay, let's just do this. So, okay, you're single. Well, maybe not for much longer. Likely, that was like your grandmum. Okay. Thank you so much. You're absolutely welcome. And yes, definitely. Whatever that was referenced to, I can't remember. Hi, Mike. Greetings. Okay, thank you for joining us. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, thank you. Well, I hope you got something from it. I think that was a pretty good reading. Okay, so back to Grandma Regina. Okay, there's an L in there. Okay, I also feel that there was not only was this woman quite warm, but there was for part of her life at least lived in a very warm climate, because she tends to walk around quite slow. She's able to adjust and knows how to behave according to the days, how the weather is in the day. So she was always slow, never fast. And thank you. And here's the other message for you: slow down. You'll get more done when you just slow down and do one thing at a time. And this is the message that she wants to bring. I do want to bring the letter L back in again. I don't know what it means, and I've never heard of the name, so it's all mumbled up. So I won't even begin to guess what that name is. Let's have a look. Hey, there's Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Mike. Sandra here. Hello. Do you have a message from Andy? Okay. I'll look at that. Hang on a second. Natural level. I had a dream where a line of people were lined up in front of me to say hello. The first person was my paternal aunt, who was a nun under strict church law. She smiled and we hugged. Message? Okay. It might sound strange, but you got your message. You are loved and you were hugged. And I guess you felt that hug as well. And so I think also they want to say you're not alone. You're never alone with any of this. So that's what the purpose of the hug. Yeah. And I guess, okay, thank you. I am told right now that you're having a feeling of a temperature change around you right now. It could be cold. It's ironic because it should be warm, but I'm told you're beginning or should soon beginning to feel a temperature change, and that'd be her hugging you. So as soon as you get that information, that field around you, then please just text in and let me know that you just feel a temperature change. She is around you and will be around you all the time. And I think this, let's call it dream, was just a little connection to help get you in alignment with her vibration. There'll be other people as well. Again, I feel that you're on a path to spirituality. I feel that you're going to be able to communicate with spirit. Certainly start off on the psychic level. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the message. It's a very simple message. They don't have to be so complicated, do they? Okay. Let's have a look here. When I loved myself enough. Let's see if there's anything irrelevant or relevant here. Sorry. Ah, yes. Oh, it's the same one. When I loved myself enough, I quit ignoring of tolerating my pain. Let's find you another one. Let's find you one that's a little bit more uplifting, if we can find that. Okay. When I loved myself enough, I began to see my purpose and gently wean myself from distractions. Yeah, doesn't that apply to all of us? So, distractions, please start your spiritual journey. I feel this is a calling for you to find your purpose. So I'm getting very cold around the knees here. I know that your paternal aunt is around you. So just let me know when that happens. Okay, Sandra, do you have a message from Andy? Sandra, do you know, did Andy used to chatter his teeth like this, or was he always chewing or doing something like this? Because this is what he's making me do with my teeth. I feel like I'm either chewing gum all the time or I'm just chatting my teeth. But he comes in anyway, and he doesn't say much. He looks at me as if to say, oh yeah, I've seen you before. So he doesn't find me very interesting anymore. This could be part of his personality also, because he does it in a humorous sort of way. Um, okay, let's have a look what he wants to say. But he gives me the number 6. So this could be number 6. It could be 6 months. So something between now and 6 months time, or 6 months has just passed. He talks about the number 6, and he talks about he gives me the number 2 also. So there's 2 people that are quite important to him that are on the earth plane. So if you can take any of those, please let me know. My nose is also getting bunged up, and my throat is getting bunged up, and it's not my little cough that I got. This is something completely different. I also see him quite thin right now, and he's got his hands in his pockets, so he might walk around with his hands in his pockets, but he is walks really quite upright. Shoulders are not bent over. So this is how he is. So let me see if I can give you a message from him. Okay, message is, Sandra, Christmas is not going to be as bad as what you think it is. But he says only if you allow it to be that way. So he wants to give you a little bit of a forewarning to not to set yourself up to be disappointed, which often happens with people that we've lost someone and it's the first Christmas or the second Christmas. We we prepare ourselves to be disappointed and upset. He says he knows you're going to be upset, but don't focus on that. Just focus on enjoying the celebration of Christmas, rather than between now and Christmas feeling, oh my God, this is going to be awful, or I'll get through it, but it's going to be a little bit of a pain for me. He wants you to march on through, because that's something he would have done. He seems to be quite a spirited sort of soul that would have just trampled on problems and gone through them and not paid much heed to them. He'd have just done it. Just, thank you, do what he had to have done in order to get through it. And that's what he wants you to do. Naturally, he's going to be here with you, he's going to be here with you. What does he want to say here about you? Okay. You've had interaction with him in sleep state. That's very clear, and it isn't dreams. And if you want this connection to grow stronger and stronger, write that connection down first thing in the morning when you get up. Just write it down, even if it's a line, it's a sentence, and you will start to make this connection with him stronger. He wants to remind you, and he finds himself very, very strange saying this, because I don't sense that he believed too much in the afterlife, or if he did, he was kind of, well, we'll wait and see, won't we? If I wake up and I'm in the afterlife, that great. If I don't wake up, great, I won't know. Is that kind of character, right? Now I've lost my thread. But anyway, he just wants you to get on with this and get through this. And he actually doesn't even say get through with it. He says just get on with it. And he will be around you. And he wants to remind you that he prefers chicken and not turkey, okay, at Christmas time. So this is his humour coming through. So anyway, Sandra, I'm going to give you a When I Loved Myself Enough message for you. Here we go. When I loved myself enough, I quit exhausting myself by trying too hard. There you go. There's a lesson. Be gentle with yourself, Sandra, because you will never speak to anyone more during the course of the day than you will yourself. So, Andy sends you his love, and just put a message in the text once you can recall everything that we said. Okay, let's have a look. Hi, Mike. First time here. Do you see progress soon in my career? Okay. So, you know, this question, I have to keep referring to this shaman friend of mine who's on the other side, and you ask him this question: do I see progress in my career? And he'd say, yeah. And you would say, when? And he'd say, when do you want it? Um, so what he means is the choice is yours. Now, the fact that you've asked this question, okay, indicates to me energetically, from what I can see, and this isn't spirit, this is just energetically, that you know somewhere that something is going to happen. You have had so many blocks recently, but you've changed your position sufficiently for those blocks to have been released. So I don't think much is going to change between now and the new year. But in the new year, things will change. They keep telling me you've got to keep making these changes of self-belief within yourself. It's the self-belief thing, because they're telling me that you're absolutely 100% capable. And it feels like the problem has been that you, not that you've been put down in life, but you haven't been encouraged, and other people around you that were close to you have been encouraged, and it's made you feel a little bit, maybe I don't have the potential, but you do. It nearly is always the person that's not encouraged is the one that has got the most to offer, and I feel that with you. So yes, changes are coming. Absolutely, they're coming. You've just got to have a little bit more faith in yourself. Do you understand someone with the initial D called Doris? I think it's Doris, but there's certainly a D-O there in the names. This name just come flying through. If you can't take it right now, don't worry about it. It will come. That was pretty strong, that name. So look, please, just have more faith in yourself. That's all it's taking. So surround yourself with people that believe in you, and you'll start to believe more in yourself. I'm going to give you a little When I Loved Myself Enough so we can see what's going on here. Okay, when I loved myself enough, I could feel God in me and see God in you. That makes us divine. Are you ready for that? There you go. That kind of ties in. Are you ready? Are you ready for the change? I think you are ready for the change. So, you know, as Jean would say, I am not afraid. I was born to do this. So please, doesn't matter what anyone says, go out there, be the change, and you will see that things in your life, in all areas of your life, all aspects of your life, are going to change for you. So, okay. Do you have advice how to remember that? Thank you, Mike. I don't remember much about my dreams. Do you have any advice how to remember them better? Yeah, it's what I said a moment ago. Soon as you wake up, even if it's one word, write that one word down. If it's eventually it will become 2 words, 3 words, it will become a sentence, and then it become a paragraph. Then eventually you won't have to write things down like I do. I wake up in the morning and I pretty much remember most of what was going on in the night before. It's just practice, and you need intention. It won't come to you unless you actually do something about it. You could, for example, ask before you go to bed that your guides can help you remember in the morning, and then you'll start to have more vivid dreams, and you'll realize that you're in the astral rather than dreaming. But intention. It's really that simple. There's no complicated thing to this. You just got to ask and be patient, and it will come, as it will to all of us. So okay, let's have a look here. No, is my birthday 6th of the 7th? I was going to say you're not 67. Jesus. Right, let's have a look here. Also, I am sick. You might pick that up from me. Well, I won't say. It's it's my dark sense of humour. Okay, yes. Had a straight spine, so he was always straight. Super. Okay, that confirms it. And I have felt the cold rush from my aunt. I apologise to her for questioning her beliefs. You know, my dear, it's wonderful that that you do apologise for her beliefs, but those were circumstances that arose in your life at that time. Now she's on the other side. She can actually see why you chose to question her beliefs, but she understands this now. So I would say don't beat yourself up about it. It's great that you did apologise, because apart from anything else, it releases a block from you, and I think you can feel that block release the moment that you said that. And so well, more power to you, and it takes a lot of courage, by the way, to apologise. Well done, and she'll be around you as long as you like her to be. Okay, can you ask him if I still should invite the person he told me to do so a month ago? Okay, well, he's gone like this, so he's not so sure now. But let me just... And so he goes like this. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I think he might have been joking with me. So, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So go ahead. Okay. Right. Yes, Grandma Regina had striking blue-green eyes. Okay. She walked slowly due to Parkinson's. She was knowledgeable about gathering herbs and forest mushrooms. Thank you for the message. Super. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Super. Now, let me see. We're sort of vastly running out of time. Did I forget someone? Memory of my dream. Like my life is starting to change, although I don't really see it. However, I feel the energy shifting. I feel that I really needed to join you today. So there might be some message. Yeah, look, carry on along that path, because this is the vibration we're in now is change and self-responsibility. And I sense that with you, that you've got that, the desire to change and self-responsibility. With those, you absolutely will. Thank you. And compassion. I've just been asked to remind you, don't forget the compassion that you have, and not to doubt the compassion you have that's within you. So remember that. And with these three qualities, you're heading into ascension of 5D, which is abundance and joy, and that abundance and joy that you can share with everyone, because when there's abundance, there's abundance. There's no limit to abundance. Yes, just continue to go with the shift. Don't try and force it. If you start to force it, then you start to push yourself back. But the trick is to keep. It's not even a question of keep believing. The trick is just to keep doing and heading in the direction that you want to head in, regardless of what anyone thinks, regardless of what your monkey mind thinks, because your monkey mind is going to tell you, just be as we are, it's okay, we're doing fine here, don't rock the boat. This is the monkey mind. Now, you've got a lot of things that you want to do, I'm told, and a lot of things you want to achieve, and you've got a lot of potential within you. So switch off the monkey mind, let it go, don't listen to it. Self-belief, self-confidence. And I'm going to read something here before we go, because I touched on it the other day, and it's about passion. When you add passion to whatever you're doing, this is one of the greatest ways of getting to what you want to do. And it doesn't matter how big the project or the task is. When you're in a state of passion, something happens to your body chemically that will help a manifestation process. And if you've got any ailments, You'll notice when you're in a state of passion, if you've got any ailments, they just disappear. But if you're always in a state of passion, chemical changes in your body allow you to heal. And I'm going to read you a story here before we knock off. And this is just one of many. Okay, let me just see. Okay. We'll finish off with this story because I really want to get this across. Because if you've got a body imbalance, if you've got an ailment, one of the ways, you need to do more obviously, but one of the ways you can heal is through passion. Okay, to heal you need to do two things. You've got to change the environment within and the environment outside. So once we do this, with everything else we're doing, we can heal. Now this is just one story of hundreds upon hundreds of how people with passion have managed to just heal themselves. So here we go. Very quick, it's only 2 short pages. He was just a regular teacher. He was not rich and his health wasn't great either. One day he tested